Hi, Jenna here. Welcome back to Every Frame. Today I'm going to explain a 2019 war drama film based on the real-life story of the youngest warrior of World War II titled Soldier Boy. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. In Russia, where a family of 3 is relaxing by the river, Sergei Aleshkov, the youngest, boasts to his elder brother and mother about being on top of a tree. German fighter planes suddenly fly overhead. The mother orders her children to quickly hide in the bushes, but the 6-year-old claims that he is not scared and starts striking the jet with a slingshot. To everyone's surprise, he hits the jets and blows them apart. But when he looks around, he notices that his family has gone. Sergei awakens, frightened from his dream, and screams out to his mother. Someone suddenly knocks on his door. He hurries towards the door, thinking it's his mother, but a neighbor woman comes in panicked. She thanks God for his safety and informs him that his mother and brother have died. The small kid is not able to understand what she is saying and wants to stay in the house to wait his mother. The woman informs him that Germans have attacked them and that he should leave. Suddenly, some soldiers surround their home. The woman forces Sergei to leave through the window, but she is killed before she can join him. The 6-year-old boy is now on his own, without friends or family around. As Sergei leaves the house, he notices his entire village burning behind him. He runs away from there, calling for his mother. He ends up in the middle of the woods while running. Because he is lost, the small boy begins to call for his mother to come and get him. He spends the night in the jungle. Next morning, he is drinking water from a river as enemy troops approach. Sergei quickly hides inside the roots of a tree, knowing they are dangerous. When a snake approaches, he is frightened but does not utter a word or leave. Sergei is terrified by the soldiers rather than the snake. The soldiers eat beside the river and then leave, leaving Sergei to eat their leftovers for the night. The little child, on the other hand, is tired by the end of the day. He hasn't eaten anything in 2 days and has been roaming aimlessly. He slips as he tries to move, but he does not stop walking. While on his way, he comes upon some wild berries and eats them. Nevertheless, a blast happens behind him, catching him off guard. The child becomes confused and begins to see someone coming from behind him. Despite this, he stands strong and tells the person that he has a gun and is not scared. He walks forward but eventually falls unconscious. 2 soldiers approach him while he is sleeping. In the next scene, we see the Russian army base where Commander Kuznetsov is waiting for his patrol soldiers. They arrive with the injured and helpless child. When the troops declare that they are on his side, the boy tells everything that happened and introduces himself. When the boy shakes hands with the commander and tends to suggest he introduce himself, the troops laugh. The soldiers are loving toward the child and surround him. They convince him to drink water and eat. Even the commander takes care of the child. Sergei's wounds are dressed by a nurse named Katya, who is also impressed with his personality. The child requests that she draw a tank on his wounds, because he wants to be a soldier when he grows up. Even the wounded warriors talk to the child and feel better. Sergei is fascinated by the commander's rifle and his badge. After getting the bullets out, the commander also answers all of the small boy's questions and lets him play with his honorary weapon. Sergei displays the tank he drew on his body and loves to talk about being a soldier himself. The boy is recovering quickly. The nurse Katya requests that the boy stay with the battalion, but the commander refuses, stating that it will be unsafe. He prefers to send Sergei to an orphanage. The soldiers spent all their free time with Sergei. Throughout the day, he is visited by a large number of people. They send him meals provided from their family and even let him use their binoculars. One day, a soldier approaches the commander and requests that the boy remain with the battalion. The soldiers have developed a connection towards the child and consider him as their own. His presence lifts the burden of battle from their minds. The commander, on the other hand, is decided about transferring the boy to the orphanage for his own safety. The next day, the enemies attack, injuring many soldiers. A car arrives to pick up Sergei and take him to the orphanage. The commander informs the child and gives him with a wooden honorary pistol as a gift. In turn, the boy hugs him, saying that he is concerned about the commander's safety. The commander melts in his hug and rethinks his decision. The commander requests Sergei to remain with him as his son. That night, the soldiers search for little soldier uniforms for Sergei, who is overjoyed to be staying with them. Sergei is awakened by the commander and offered the clothes. He puts them on and runs about like an actual soldier. The others begin to refer to him as their little soldier boy. The Germans launch an air attack on the regiment as the child wanders around. The soldiers rush Sergei to a secure location and attack the others. The number of injured soldiers is gradually increasing. Sergei wants to help, so he provides water to the soldiers. Because he has a bandage over his eyes, one of them requests that he read a letter from his family. The kid wishes to help but is not able to read. He grabs the letter and begins making up the contents, claiming that the soldier's cow is safe at home. When the soldier says he doesn't have a cow, the others encourages him to accept the story and laugh. He reads everyone else's letters and cheers them up in the same way. Katya and the commander are seen talking in the following scene. The two appear to be attracted to each other but hesitate to express their feelings. Later, Sergei informs the commander that he is an orderly in the unit and begins addressing himself as such. However, the boy witnesses one of the soldiers' stations being destroyed as a result of the attack. The commander instructs him to remove his hat in order to pay respect to the soldier who died. The next day, he asks on a mission from the commander and is assigned the duty of distributing the letters among the soldiers. He completes his duty quickly and even gets the soldiers to dance for him. The next day, Sergei walks away from the base with his binoculars. When he notices someone's leg moving from inside a haystack while he is playing with binoculars, he hurries back to the regiment and informs the soldiers of his findings. The troops are suspicious, but they accompany the boy regardless. When they get close to the haystack, they are informed that 2 German agents are hiding beneath it. The spies are captured, and the boy is praised for his cleverness. The commander shows Sergei the official documents for his adoption that night. He is now the boy's legal father. Sergei is aware of the commander's affections for Katya, so he takes him to confess to her. However, when they observe her talking to another man, they wrongly assume she is interested in someone else. The Germans strike the base once more. This time, Sergei gives his energy to the soldiers by delivering ammo to the soldiers on the front lines, but the soldiers there order him to return to the shed since it is too risky outside. When he arrives in the shed, he sees the commander and others in a state of panic because the phone connection with the captain has been lost. A soldier is assigned to repair the broken cables. Sergei follows the soldier and sees that he has been badly injured. He asks the fallen soldier how to repair the cables and then does it himself. The link is restored, and more troops are dispatched. Everyone's lives are saved by the 6-year-old. In the next scene, we see the commander and Katya talking near the river. The commander finally confesses his feelings for her and asks her to be Sergei's mother. Katya is extremely happy, but before she can say anything, a soldier approaches them and hands the commander a note stating that they have been sent from the base. The next day, all of the soldiers, including Sergei, depart for their new base. However, on their journey, they come upon a minefield, which blows off some of their cars. The commander is hurt while the group's orderly, who Sergei was close with, is killed in the explosion. He cries and hugs the commander. They transfer the injured and continue their journey to their new base. When they finally arrive at the new base, they meet the general. He, too, is pleased by the kid's passion and compliments the commander on having such a bright child. The next day, their division is awarded a guard's banner, and the boy. When the general hands him his badge, he vows to save his country. Their base is brutally attacked one night, and the commander is trapped beneath the ruins. Sergei weeps for his father and attempts to save him. He summons the other soldiers, who eventually bring out the commander. The following day, Sergei visits the injured commander, his hands having been wounded while attempting to save the soldier. The child is now an important member of the team. He has no relatives beside them and follows them wherever they move during the battle. The regiment is seen relocating to a new base. A voice in the background tells us that he even fought in the Stalingrad War and made it to Poland with the soldiers. He is now known as the world's youngest soldier, and the epic narrative of his bravery has been shared with the entire world. And the movie ends. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.